Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of the Alpha Live here. We are finally moving on to our sixth episode, I believe, of the Alpha Live. And well, this week was actually really rather good since we have been mixing a little bit between gas huffing and mining. And this time I actually have an interesting story to tell you. I got into a wormhole and I started gas huffing, well, after having already gas huffed one side. And well, I started my timer as usual, and eventually a player came to join us in local, and I decided to, well, get out of there because that's a very easy situation to die in. You know, in a wormhole, even though it was an exploration ship, you never know. So I wanted to be on the safer side and just decided to get out of there. Fortunately, there was a station in that wormhole, a player-owned station, so I docked up, left my ship there, well, did a little bit of project discovery there, left my ship and logged off inside the wormhole. And the next day I came back, the same gas site was still there, and I went into it. Well, fortunately, the great thing is that the rats had already spawned, and I think someone had already killed them, and I was able to continue gas huffing for around 20 to 30 minutes to fill up my venture gas hold. So as you can see, this is a full venture load of gas, which is really nice, and well, it should give us a very nice boost in our income for this week, for this episode. What else? Well, we have mainly been doing the venture mining in our usual system here in Botan. Well, there are a lot more people, so we don't get as much dense feldspar, but we still get some good compressed feldspar, so I've been trying to keep that up, and the gas should actually be a very nice bump. Hopefully, we will be in this episode in the green, considering the buying of the gas skill, and maybe just a little bit short of the first ship, but we should start to get ready to the 38 million skill point cost. So yeah, let's move on to see what else we have been doing. So let's take a good look into our air career program, since we got a few things. I also got some ISK that I had collected before. It's right here. I'm going to leave my skill points for my main. I'm going to get all of these. Well, actually, the frigate, I think we're going to leave for a little bit later. I am thinking maybe we will get it, we'll redeem it if we go to the Dixie and actually sell it over there. And yeah, that's a little bit of ISK, I think. Yeah, this was the ISK I redeemed the other day. It's still from this week, so it also does very much count. 50,000 ISK is not much, but of course it is very much appreciated. Now let's go to our opportunity rewards, because we have been getting some good stuff. Since we are now scanning and mining, it's been really good because we have been getting those 20,000 skill points ready, and that's really nice. So yeah, of course, remember to always get your opportunity rewards at least at the end of the week. They do accumulate, so you do not lose them, but you need to redeem them in order to actually have this stuff. So, what else is important? Well, for Project Discovery, again, we have been nerfed at the 25, at level 25, because we are under the 2 million skill points. Actually, let's take a good look into that. We are at almost 1.5 million skill points. So yeah, we just keep up the training. I haven't really changed anything in the training queue recently. It's just continuing to train as usual, and we should move on from there without much of an issue. So yeah, hopefully we will get to the 2 million skill points for next week. Maybe not in time for next week's episode, but just to be able to get it for next week, so that the next episode we can do a little bit more project discovery and get some better cryometry, you know, the boxes, these boxers. So yeah, hopefully we will get that out of the way soon enough, but of course, since it's passive training and I am not going to inject skill points, and these unallocated skill points do count towards these total skill points. So yeah, that shouldn't be a problem. Now, what else did we do? Well, mainly we only did two things. We have been focusing mainly on two things from this character since we started gas huffing, which has been high sec belt mining, because it allows me to do a little bit of belt mining while I do some work from home, and that is really, really great. Since doing the 8-hour episodes, I really do need some time to actually do something quiet and nice, or I wouldn't have enough time in my week to actually record this. So we have been continuing to belt mine, although as soon as we get the gas huffing ship and skill paid, I am thinking about considering to go nullsec mining, which is something another character, well, someone in the comment section actually suggested and pretty much requested, so I think I'm gonna try to do that. I have been looking into Triglavian space mining, and I think it's a little bit risky still for us. But other than that, we should actually be good to go. This time I'm gonna leave the finances for the end of the episode because I believe that we should be very much past the 200 million ISK mark, but I don't want to take a look into that. Yes, I know it popped up a little bit here, but we shouldn't really see it yet until we actually sell this stuff. So as usual, I'm just going to view market details. Let's see, for compressed dense feldspar in Botane, we actually have best price, so we're going to sell that one here. Let's see, for compressed concentrated feldspar, also here in Botane. That is really nice to see. Let's see, for the gas, we have a little bit better price in the Dixie, so this we're going to take to the Dixie. And for the other gas, let's view market details. And again, better in the Dixie. So let's sell this stuff here in Botane, sell these items. Let's see, we get 9 million. Of course, we get about half as much because I spent around 4 hours mining and 4 hours looking for wormholes and doing the wormhole thing. So yeah, it makes sense that we got a lot less from mining this time. But 9 million, almost 10 million, it's not that bad. Oh, those taxes are dreadful, 8%. Ugh, that's really annoying. So let's undock really quickly and go over to Do Dixie so that we can sell our stuff. But yeah, hopefully we are going to be making a good boost this week to our wallet so that, well, there are a few things we need to consider. Whether if we move on to the next activity at the 500 million mark or a little bit earlier at maybe the 300 million mark, I am not exactly sure which one we should do. I think we are getting pretty high up there, and I believe we are pretty close to the 300 million mark. So maybe I've been thinking about going to the half a billion mark before we actually start moving on to some more exploration activities. And I want you guys to let me know whether if we are going to make that the way I first intended, moving our 500 million to our main, just leaving this character with 5,000 and starting over from zero, or trying to actually maintain our 500 million and see if both combined we can make a little bit more ISK. Do let me know what you guys think in the description. I really have been struggling to find the right answer for which one to go with this one, so I really, really would like and appreciate what you guys think. I also recorded a little bit of the mining of the gas huffing in the wormhole just because I thought it was so odd that we had so much time in the gas site, and well, yeah, it was pretty strange for me, but hopefully it was worth it. So let's all these items. Let's see, 18 million. Okay, the taxes are killing us. So, okay, 18 million, that's pretty good. That's it. 294 million. Now, let's take a good look into our finances finally. The meat of the show. Let's actually first look at our transactions so that you guys can see. Again, no donations, no problems, no nothing like that, no nonsense. As you can see, this character has made all of her risk on her own without any problems. Daily gold rewards, redeem disc tokens, the usual project discovery, which has been great help. It has been really, really nice, especially since we don't really sell anything until the end of the episode, until I record. So yeah, it's a really nice boost to actually see those project discoveries and move on with a better wallet throughout the week, just in case something happens. To have that little bit extra, I think is really, really nice. Don't mind my plex because this is my main. Well, this how do I say it? My main character is also on the same email, I believe. So yeah, that's why I have Flex on this one, but it's not Omega. My character is also not Omega, as you can see. Even though if it was, we are still only using alpha skills and alpha stuff. So yeah, let's see our income. We have made 320 million. We have spent 82 million. That leaves us to 294, almost 95 million, which is really, really, really nice. That's great. So for miscellaneous, again, it's Project Discovery, daily goal rewards, and redeem the ISK tokens. From the Project Discovery, we have made 200 million ISK, which is really, really nice. From redeem these tokens, 1 million. And from daily goal rewards, we have made 7.5 million. So really, really good on there. Let's now move on to trade and actually take a look at the separated things, which one has brought us more. Let's see, for 66%, meaning 66 million ISK, we have made selling our asteroids from our mining, which is really, really nice, really, really important. And as you can see, it has made us quite a good amount of money. Now, for celestial, meaning gas, we have made 33 million ISK in celestial, meaning in gas. So we are almost there, almost to the 38 million mark for the skill book, and we still have another 12.2 million to go for the ship. So yeah, we are getting there, but we still need to do, I think, another 2 runs of gas huffing to actually be able to count our numbers in green for that investment. But as you can see, our normal mining has been really, really great, and we are moving along just nicely. Now let's take a good look into our expenses, because for the last episode that we bought the skill book, it was very high expenses. So in trade we have spent 50 million. Let's see, the skill was definitely the most expensive, 37 million. I count it as 38 million just because, well, I like round numbers. And for some modules, fitting our ships, 12 million, because those gas scooping lasers are really, really expensive. They are around 6 million each, I believe. Let's actually take a good look into that. Gas, let's see, ship equipment, gas, cloud harvester ones. So yeah, they are worth around 6 million ISK each. And well, that's complicated, but since we haven't lost the ship, we are still good. And of course, I am going to try to make the video on how to actually go to the sites and how to actually do the gas huffing. But since this situation was particularly complicated because I was being hunted, I didn't think of recording it. I only recorded the day after when we were alone at the site and rats didn't spawn. So I am thinking about including a little bit of that over here. So let's actually move on to see. I already showed you my transactions, I already showed you my overview, and as you can see, we are doing fairly well. Let's now take a look at our skills. So for the skills that we have been training, let's see, biography, no, decoration, no, history. Here you go. So for skills, we started off with these ones. We are still training off these ones, but well, we aren't really training a lot. I don't really care if we get a lot of skills, because mainly this character is going to be either hacking and scanning or mining. So this is not going to be necessarily a combat character, mainly, I don't think, ever. But if you want to see me turn this character into a combat character, do let me know, because we are getting to the 1.5 million skill points, and for the rest of the skill points, we are going to need to consider what we are going to train. Why? Well, because I am pretty much out of stuff to train into that doesn't involve combat. As you can see, I have already put up some light drone stuff, some drone skills, just because we are not necessarily going to be using them right now, and they usually take a lot of time to train, and they cost a lot of skill points to train. So that's why I put them here. So that gives us around 30 days to be able to train into the drone stuff. But as you can see, targeting is all trained up, trade all trained up as much as we can for an alpha. Social, I don't think is trained up, but because I do not have any social skills, so that's, I didn't want to spend anything extra on that. Spaceship command, as you can see, we could train up the Galante frigate, but I don't really see a point. Maybe we should just because it's there. But yeah, mining frigate, it's all trained up as far as we can train it. The lenti holder is also trained up, which is really nice, and spaceship command is also trained up. So yeah, we are trying to train up, just trying to get some more skill points so that we can move on with our project discovery, which has been really, really amazing. We are at level 25, and since we are into Dixie, maybe it would be nice if I actually redeemed some cryometry rewards. Of course, not the superior flow ones, those are from my main, which is in nullsec, that's why I haven't redeemed them. So flow, 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 flow. I think I have around 15 of these. So they are not a lot, and I am thinking that I am going to sell them because it really doesn't make any sense for me to just keep them. Flow, 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 flow. But since we are in the Dixie, actually, let's take a little bit of a quick look if it's actually better. Yeah, it's better to sell them here in the Dixie. 67,000, that's not much. But, well, what can we do? It's still some good ISK, which is always appreciated. So let's stack them. Ooh, 3 million. That's nice. Sell this item. Let's only sell 15. So we get almost a million. That's not necessarily bad. And that's it. We're left with 6 of them. That's not terrible. So yeah, that's as far as we go with the flow geometry rewards, and that brings our balance up to the 295 million. So we need still another 4 million, 3.2 million, so that we can get to the 300 million ISK mark. Of course, do remember to let me know in the comments below what should we do. We should move on at the half a billion mark to another activity, or should we actually continue trying different activities here on our mining and try to get to that billion only with mining? So do let me know which one do you prefer, because I think it's going to take a little bit of time, especially since we are, you know, experimenting a lot with different activities. Mainly right now, the only ones that we have for certain that are good income are the gas huffing and the mining, and the most reliable one is the mining, but it doesn't bring in a lot of ISK. So the gas huffing is definitely better, but it takes a lot more time. You know, for one venture load, which was around 19, 18 million, we still had to spend like 4 hours just looking for wormholes. I had to spend one day in one wormhole and move out and do something else and then come back the next day and continue to get our gas. And it's really, really a rarity to get a venture load, full load of gas, because, well, you usually don't stay in a wormhole and the next day you come back to the same site and have the rats already despawned or killed. So yeah, that's a very important thing to take under consideration, because it's not very usual. It's not what will happen most of the time. And most of the time I will actually do 1, 2, maximum 3 sites and actually get out of the wormholes, just trying to get my ship into low sec, because at that point the value of the ship really goes up quite a lot, and I don't think it's worth it to risk it. I don't think it's ever worth it to risk your ship unless you're just assuming it'll be destroyed and it's already been paid for. But this one still hasn't. We are first off paying for the skill book, and after that we are going to be thinking about whether or not the ship is paid for. And we are getting close to getting there. So actually, let me see. Yeah, we are close to getting there. Around 5 million more, so around one or two. Yeah, one site more. We can get around 7 million per site. So around one more site, it'll be paid off. But of course, we need to get that gas back here. And of course, we spend a lot of time moving from our systems to the systems where we find the wormholes, and chasing wormhole chains, because I don't think it's safe to just stay in the same wormhole you go in. I think it's better to go 3 or 4 wormholes in, and that's where you get a little bit more safety, because there are less ships and it's less likely that someone's there already hunting you, so you can pass up a little bit more on the sneaky side. However, it's a problem, because then you have to spend a lot of time getting there and getting back from there. But, well, you're not going to get what I have been getting a lot, which is gas sites on the first wormhole I go into that have already spawned the rats, so you cannot mine anything at all. You just have to get out of there as fast as you can. And yeah, that's also a little bit of a problem, but not that bad. So guys, Please do let me know in the comments below. I will also make the poll in my Patreon if you want to see it. I will leave the link in the description below, and the link is also in my channel. Also, there are some good links that will help you. For example, the link to the 1 million skill point referral link. I really would recommend you use it, especially if you're starting out with a new character or you have never used one. 1 million skill points is really, really nice, and it'll get you past that level 10 mark in the project discovery, so you will be able to do more project discovery and level up a little bit faster. Because the good thing about project discovery is that at level 25, I don't remember if it was level 25 or level 50, but you get a blueprint for a very nice expensive ship, which is really, really nice. And I am going to consider whether if we eventually, when we get there, sell it directly or build it and sell it. I think building it is really worth it, but we are going to have to consider it for the future. So, almost at the 300 million mark for the next week. We are definitely going to get there. So, yeah, guys, do check out those links. Do check out my Patreon, please. If you want to support me, it's of course for free. If you want to buy me something, if you want to buy me a beer, there's an option there. So, please do consider that, and do let me know if there is anything else you would like to see in this series. I am very much looking forward to trying to make those. As soon as I get the gas huffing venture and skill paid for, I will try to go into nullsec to belt mine, which is something that some people have requested. So yeah, I'm working on that. Just let me pay off the first ship and skill before we go risk another ship and buy another ship and stuff like that. So guys, thank you also very much for watching. I think this has been a little bit of a shorter episode, but yeah, everything has been a little bit quiet these past days. Well, other than there, I think there's a lot more people in Eve, which is nice, except that they are mining, which is not nice. But yeah, guys, everyone, thank you also very much for watching. This has been the Alpha Life, and I will see you all in the next one.